everyone, welcome back to Choosing Turtles. My name's Imogen. In today's video, I'm sharing my reasons to stay alive because we all need them, and hopefully this list will inspire you to think about all the beautiful things in your life which are worth living for. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may have heard me mention that my favourite author, Matt Haig, wrote a book called Reasons to Stay Alive, and this book saved me as a teenager. It was just a revelation, and Matt has written extensively about his mental health struggles, and he's a fantastic author, so I highly recommend you go and check out his books. Shamelessly ranting about that there, but I had a thought. What if I made my own list of reasons to stay alive? Because I've struggled a lot with, you know, wanting to be here or not, and I'm aware that I talk a lot about mental health on my channel, but I just wanted to make a video which is just good, okay? Like this video is just things in my life that I love and that I wouldn't miss for the world. And I've kind of organised it into categories, but it's just kind of a brain dump. So as we go along, maybe you can think about things in these categories which are in your life, which might be amazing and worth staying alive for. All right, the first, I literally just copied and pasted from my Google Doc. So the first category is called cute shit. And the first thing in it is bouquets of flowers bought for you by people who love you. Okay, people in my life get me flowers, and that is lovely. And obviously I get people flowers as well. Like, I'm not just some kind of, I don't know, flower receiving person. But yeah, people get people flowers. And if you have people, and that is something I'm grateful for. Maybe you have that too. But again, this is just a list of stuff I'm grateful for. Hopefully it'll get you thinking. The next thing is my tattoo. So if you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know that I have this tattoo. And it is the name of my favourite band, Oh Wonder, in their handwriting from when I met them. And I met them in October 22, and it was at a record signing. And they're this indie band, lovely, lovely duo. And I said to them, your music saved my life. Can you write me a tattoo? And they did. And so I've got written down here, Oh Wonder didn't write a tattoo on your arm for you to just give up on life. Okay? And genuinely, every time I look at this, I'm reminded of that. And it has been so immensely helpful for me. Like, I'm actually getting emotional talking about it right now. Let's move on. Okay. The next reason under cute shit is dogs. Any dog would look at you with so much love right now, okay? I love dogs. Like, anytime I go out in the park or just like walking around and I see a dog, I'm like, this has made my day, okay? I can see a dog and I can just be happy for the rest of the day. I'm like, I love dogs. I love all animals, but like, dogs are just like, I would waste so much time on just giving you head pats. I don't know, it's not wasted time, is it though? Anyway, all right, let's move on. The next category is fun experiences. I'm going to speed up a little bit here. Roller coasters. I've never been on a roller coaster and I really want to go. You literally haven't even travelled the world yet. Yes, this is true. I haven't travelled the world yet and I really want to. Music festivals. I love music festivals. I went to one in 2022 in Bruges and it was amazing. I'm going to Leeds this year. Should be great. Cooking. I love cooking. I've literally created an entire highlight on like my personal Instagram, which is just my cooking. And I really enjoy it, and I like creating dishes, and I like cooking for people, and I like it when someone eats my cooking and they like it, and I like making recipes. All right, dressing up in awesome outfits. I recently like rehashed my wardrobe, and I've been having so much fun dressing up with that. Bookstores and libraries, anything with like books or like learning, any centre of learning, bookstores, libraries, I am there, okay? I am so there. Getting iced coffee and gossip. I get iced coffee and gossip with my friends and I love it. I love it so much. It makes me feel alive. Museums, again, the whole knowledge thing. God, I'm a nerd, but it's fine. I love being a nerd. There is absolutely no shame. This is a safe space for nerds. We are all nerds here. Okay, museums, I love it. The next thing is listening to music at 2 a.m. and writing bullshit in my notes app. Yes, I write like prose, I write poetry, and nobody will ever see it, and that's okay, because it's just for me, all right? And I like to listen to music while I do it as well. Ice skating. Oh my god, ice skating is so much fun. Going places on trains. I love train journeys because I can sit and look out of the window and listen to my music. Going to London and riding the tube. I'm aware this is a bit niche. I'm one of those people who likes to go on the tube. Even though it is loud and smelly and crowded, I like to feel the buzz of the city, and it makes me feel alive. And maybe that's a bit strange, but I love going to London and riding the tube. I love going to London in general, but I also really like the tube. Scrolling Pinterest and being creative with boards. I like a good Pinterest board. They give me ideas, they give me like vision board, inspo, whatever. So those are all like fun experiences that I love and would absolutely stay here for. The next category is nature. 5 a.m. sunrises. Oh my god, I love getting up at 5 a.m. and watching the sunrise. It is the most beautiful thing ever. How did we get lucky enough to live on a planet with 5 a.m. sunrises? So cool. The next thing is warm spring breezes. If you've been outside in like April, May, and there's a little bit of a breeze, that is beautiful. I live for that. Trees, just trees. I've been obsessed with trees. I wrote an entire undergraduate thesis on trees. I love trees, okay? I can go into a forest and it just immediately calms me, so trees. Flowers, likewise, I mentioned flowers earlier, but flowers in any context, whether they're in my house, in my garden, whether they're on my Pinterest board, I love flowers. Rose gardens, likewise. Whoever came up with the idea of a rose garden is an absolute legend because they smell great, they look great, they are such a vibe. The smell of fresh grass, like freshly mowed grass, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that worth staying alive for? Sitting by a river and listening to the water run past, again, amazing, beautiful, show-stopping, outstanding. Ducklings. I love ducklings. Guys, ducklings are so cute, okay? I could spend an entire day just watching ducklings like swim along a river. Genuinely, I find that fascinating. That first day of summer where the sun feels warm on your skin. That's very oddly specific, but every year it is kind of a day that I notice, and it's a day that I kind of record. I'm like, this year it was this day that I first felt the sun warm on my skin, and it's just so, the sense of renewal after the winter going into the spring is just astonishing. The spring and summer, amazing. Cherry, apple and almonds blossom. It's been blossom season recently and it's been giving me so much joy just to walk outside and see trees that look like clouds. It's the best, and it smells so good too. And growing succulent plants, kind of a niche one. I love succulent plants, they look so good, okay? So like, those are like my nature related reasons to stay alive. Let's move on to a little section about achievements, because this is a productivity channel overall. So some of the achievements that I remind myself of when I'm sad, and again, I'm not trying to brag, this is just like a list, and this is all stuff I talked about on my channel before, so like it's not like anything super new. I'm proud that I got a 2-1 in geography from Durham. Against all the odds, there were many things that happened to me during those 3 years which could have caused me to drop out, but I didn't, and I got my degree. I got straight A stars at A level, I was top of my year, I moved out by myself into a cute little flat when I was 22, I got myself a wonderful grad job, I achieved financial independence when I was 21, I travelled to 11 new countries last year solo in 2 months, and I'm travelling to 20 more this year, and also this channel, okay? Like, I genuinely find so much joy and reason and purpose and meaning for living in connecting with all of you. So thank you so much for that. Genuinely, those achievements are things that keep me going on bad days, and they make me feel grateful to still be here and still be alive. So I think that you should make a similar achievements list, because I'm sure that you have a hell of a lot to be proud of. Like, genuinely, I am sure, okay? The next section is friendships, because I love my friends. So some of my best friends like adopted me when I was a socially awkward teenager and think I'm awesome no matter what. One of my other friends would like totally miss having like gossip and picnics with me, and like talking about the, you know, the things that we have in common. And another of my friends, like, I'd miss going to gigs if I wasn't here anymore. So like, I have something unique with each of my friends that really is special to me, and I really look forward to, and I love seeing them, and I love our shared context and our sort of like just everything about the friendship just gives me so much life. And every time I meet up with any of these friends, I walk home with what feels like a sort of, I think I saw it on Tumblr, it was like a golden glowing ball of light in my chest. And that's how it feels, and that is worth being alive for, okay? So friendships, genuinely. The next section is music, because I am obsessed with music, and I have this kind of like little playlist of songs which I find life affirming, and I'm just going to list them here. Obviously the first three are Oh Wonder, Landslide, Better Now and Say Something. I actually have the lyrics to Say Something tattooed on my leg, well, one line anyway. It says, "Hey, are you really living?" And I see that every single day, and it is a very nice reminder. First Light by Hosier, that's an absolutely beautiful song, I love it. The 30th by Billie Eilish, Life Worth Missing by Car Seat Headrest, and All Eyes on Me by Bo Burnham. So all of those songs are ones that give me a reminder as to why I should stay alive, and I highly recommend that you listen to any or all of those. Books, I mentioned at the start, Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. He's also written some other wonderful books which give you reasons to stay alive. The Midnight Library, I recommend to anyone and everyone. I started a campaign when I was in sixth form to get my school library to buy a copy, which they did. And also The Life Impossible, which was Matt's latest book, and I loved it. It was so good. So good. So Reasons to Stay Alive, The Midnight Library, and The Life Impossible by Matt Haig. And my favourite book of all time, Under the Net by Iris Murdoch, which I find astonishingly life-affirming. It's a real slice of life piece. It's the most unique and astonishing book I've ever read, and I just love it. I recommend it. I read it when I was a teenager, and it's stuck in my brain ever since. Under the Net by Iris Murdoch is a great book. I recommend it to everyone. All right, the next section is food. I'm just going to rattle through this. Sushi in Tokyo one day, bubble tea, iced mocha, iced caramel latte. Those things are great. Nectarines. I love nectarines. My favourite fruit. Cherry tomatoes, mac and cheese. Who doesn't love mac and cheese? I love mac and cheese. Sausages and spaghetti hoops. That's a good, like, student meal. I had that way too many times at Durham, but it is good. Like, it slaps, okay? Grilled cheese. I've literally written grilled cheese, because grilled cheese, triple chocolate cookies, those are good. Prawn salad, I like a good prawn salad. Pie, any kind of pie, sweet or savoury. And the next one I've written is those weird little seafood trays you can get at the seaside. Yes, those bring me so much joy every time I go to the beach. I don't know why. I think it's just the novelty of it. Eat In-N-Out, again, in California one day. When I went to San Francisco, I developed a minor addiction to In-N-Out. Best burger in the entire world. I'm going to have one of those again. Candy floss. It comes in so many colours. I mean, the taste is just sugar, but I think I just like the colour of it. Oreos. I love Oreos. That is a reason to stay alive on a bad day. I could just have an Oreo. Pizza in Italy, just saying. Pizza in Italy is damn good. Ben & Jerry's. I love Ben & Jerry's. And strawberries in chocolate. All of these are like food-related reasons to stay alive. And now I'm going to move on to a section called Profound Reasons. Okay? And just a little warning, I am going to talk about, like, some fairly dark stuff in this section. I'm going to mention suicide, okay? So if you don't want to hear about that, then maybe just skip ahead in the video. So context, if you don't know, I am a survivor of 2 attempts, and it wasn't a great time, but the reason I've written here is you didn't survive 2 attempts just to try again a 3rd time and succeed, okay? So I very much consider myself kind of like I don't know, courageous is the wrong word, but I survived 2 attempts. I got through that twice. I am never ever going to try again, okay? I've also written, somewhere in an intensive care unit, a parent is praying for their baby to have a chance at life. You have a chance at life right now. I don't know why I wrote that down. I think I thought of it one day and I was like, damn, that's a good reason for me to give life my best shot. Too many animals and plants have gone extinct for you to also go extinct. I am at heart an environmentalist, and I am very much like invested in the natural world, and the idea of extinction makes me very sad. So I wouldn't want to make myself extinct, okay? And also, stick around and stop the planet from losing any more, okay? I do have a sense of purpose in terms of environmental impact, okay? So that is a big reason, like part of my personal mission, meaning, purpose, whatever, is for that. I have a list, okay? And it's a list of people, and I made this list after a conversation I had in therapy, so it was kind of like therapy homework, because I was like, oh, you know, I was in a bad place, I was like, you know, nobody loves me, whatever. And my therapist was like, there's been a bunch of people who have saved your life. And I was like, actually, yeah, you're right. I'm going to write a list of these people. There are, I believe, no fewer than 10 people who have at different points saved my life. And I have a list of all of them and exactly what they did, because I'm so grateful to each one of them. So no fewer than 10 people thought my life was worth saving and saved it. So if they thought it was worth saving, it is worth for me to stick around. So those are like my profound reasons. And now I have 2 God tier reasons. And I've included these as if the last section wasn't enough, which it absolutely was. But I have 2 more God tier reasons. And the first one, and these are in all caps in my notes, which is very funny. Oh Wonder gigs and new albums which you haven't heard yet. Genuinely, waiting for new albums from my favourite band has kept me going more times than I can count. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to make it as far as the next album because I really want to hear what they've got to say. I really want to hear their new songs. That was a good reason. It saved my ass so many times. I don't care. Like, you might have a similar, different reason. Like, maybe you have a favourite, like, game reviewer and you want to wait till their next video comes out, or you want to see the next season of your favourite sports team playing. Any reason is good enough, okay? Just find that, okay? Seriously. And the final reason, the final, like, God tier reason, and it's in all caps. Your younger self didn't get this far for you to give up. And that's pretty much what I've got, okay? Because I do feel a sense of like big connection to my younger self, which I kind of learned in therapy. But my younger self fought really hard for me to be here, and I would never want to let her down. So this has been a really long video full of many, probably too much oversharing, but I hope this has inspired you and given you some cause to reflect on your own reasons to maybe stay alive and be here. And I'm sure you have many, and I'm sure your life is amazing and absolutely worth living. And I hope that this video has inspired you and maybe made you reflect a little bit. And I hope that you stick around. That's all for this video. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Life's worth living. Bye.